Welcome back to Fantasy Bricks and welcome to episode 6 of Building Erebor. This week is going to be monumental in this series as I decided to make it bigger, much bigger. The original plan was to make this 18 32 base plates, but I've decided to go to 30 instead. So this week we'll start with a time lapse of me extending the rock face before getting into a small parts haul. Then we'll get into the second time lapse where I'm going to be doing a lot of landscaping before finishing out with a cinematic edit of the MOC so far. And this time I added about 100 minifigures and it's really starting to shape up. So let's get into all that and more right now, guys. So you may be wondering why I've suddenly decided to make the MOC so much bigger, and I'll let you into a little secret. This MOC was only meant to be a test MOC for a much bigger version of Erebor. Ever since I first saw the Battle of 5 Armies film, I've wanted to recreate that epic battle scene in LEGO, and I was originally thinking that I would make it 20 base plates by 10 base plates, and it would be like the mountain as high as me, this crazy ambitious build. And I was thinking I would build it when I was like 25 and I'd have a full-time job, be able to pay for all the parts. And I basically just realised that even this is going to be expensive to build, and when I'm 25 I'm not going to have the money to be able to spend thousands and thousands on a 20 by 10 display. So I basically just realised, why don't I just make that MOC now? I am restricted by the table, so I'm going to go as big as I possibly can on this table, which is about 30 base plates, and I'll make the mountains really high, and this will be that epic MOC that I've wanted to build since I was a kid. So here we've got some parts that I got recently. First up, we got 25 of these big ugly rock pieces, more fondly known as burps, and these are going to be really useful for the base of the mountains and speed up rock building quite a lot. Next up, we've got 200 of these 2x1x2 white slopes, and these are going to be used for the snowy peaks of the mountains. And finally, we've got 1,000 of these 2x1x2 dark bluish grey slopes, which are going to be great for adding some variation to the mountain. So this is the whole haul. I'm really happy with these parts. Now we're going to get into the landscaping time lapse. So I've received a couple of comments reminding me to build the 2 dwarf statues that go outside Erebor, and honestly, until someone reminded me, I had completely forgotten about them, and now I've been reminded, I have been putting it off. That kind of building, kind of sculpture, is not really my thing. I've never really done anything like that, and I'm kind of quite apprehensive because I want to get it right because I'm a perfectionist. So next week I will give that a go and I will make the dwarf statues. It might take a few weeks to get them right, it might be a few redesigns, maybe you guys can help me with that. Someone also commented asking for me to build the inside of Erebor, like the chambers and Smaug's gold. And I think I will build that, but I'm going to leave that till the end and see how much space I have and see what parts I have left, as I want to prioritise the front of Erebor with the sand green that I've got. Thanks for watching episode 6 of Building Erebor. I really appreciate your guys' support. Next week I'm going to be extending the MOC in the other direction, if that makes sense, and I will start building those dwarf statues which I've been dreading. If you weren't already aware, then the easiest way to watch this series will be to head to the playlist, and there you can find a whole Building Erebor playlist which I'll update weekly. And you can also find Building Mirkwood and Building Hogwarts. And the quality is not quite as good, but feel free to watch those as well. And finally, I thought I'd mention that I'm also on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok if you want to check that out. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.